Welcome back to another video. Today, or not today, over the next couple of days, this guy's coming out because leaky boy, broken, and 5-speed. And this guy's going in. That was in the silver car that got totaled due to some dumbassery. So, as you can probably hear behind me, there's liquid draining. That's the coolant. I gotta get the transmission fluid drained, and then axles, all that good stuff. And then we can start getting this guy out, this guy in. I think while we're at it, because these are just sitting over here, not being used for anything. I think I'm going to put the coilovers on as well, just because I don't know about the brakes right now, because I don't have a full set of wheels that will fit over the Brembos for the front. I would need, because that one's shattered, that's one of the 9-inches. This is another one of the 9s, needs a new tire. The other 9 that I know fits over the Brembos, again, needs a tire. So, not sure if we're going to swap the brakes as well. I know I'll at least be grabbing the rear brakes off of the SI because drums suck, and I need good lines for the e-brake, because the one in this doesn't hold. One of the lines was snagged underneath, and you can't see it right now, but the e-brake handle, when you pull on it, the e-brake doesn't hold. Actually, I can show you right here. One of these is busted off. Like this ear on the one that's in the silver car right now is busted off because one of the lines was snagged. I don't know, hit something on the highway. Well, my brother had it for a year and a half, and it pulled on the cable, or who knows. But we're gonna at least swap out the rears, pull the cables from that one, so we can have an e-brake in this one, and a 6-speed, and a motor that's not leaking like crazy, and a functional motor mount. So, lots of things that need to be fixed, but most of it will be taken care of with swapping this guy in. Made pretty good progress tonight. Most part, it's ready to come out. So all the wiring is disconnected. All the vacuum hoses and whatnot are disconnected. Coolant lines are disconnected. Fuel line is disconnected. Got to pull the axles, pull the drive belt so I can disconnect the power steering pump and motor mounts, and she's out. So I'm going to call it here for the night. We'll get it finished up in the morning as far as getting this out, and then we'll get this one in. Now, I do have to swap the throttle body over. The throttle body is linked to the ECU that's sitting up there. Otherwise, nothing else needs to be swapped. So, yoink, drop, drive. Old motor is out. Honestly, I was too lazy to swap over the leveling thing, so I just went and bought another one, because why not? Doesn't hurt to have a second laying around. As you can see, puking oil like crazy. This is the bolt that was attempting to hold the motor mount in on the passenger side. That is no good. There's no good way of showing you, but if you could actually see down in this hole, there are no threads left. So that's no bueno. But now I'm going to get the exhaust off, because whoever put this exhaust on did not do a great job. They put the nuts on the 3-bolt flange back there backwards, and they were rusted to hell. So there's no way of getting them off easily without cutting them and then putting some new bolts in. That, and I just don't like the sound of this exhaust. And then we'll throw that on from the silver car. She's back together. Obviously, motor's in, all the wiring's hooked up, serpentine belt's on, the exhaust has been swapped out from the other car. The only thing I haven't done so far, well, left, is put the ball joints back into the control arms, which, whatever, that takes 2 seconds. Coolant's in, training fluid's in, I never drained the oil, battery's hooked up. I think it's time for the first start, hopefully, of this motor in this car. She runs, so that's good. Now that we have it running, coilovers sitting over there on the shelf that you can't really see because there's a bunch of other stuff in the way. We're now going to go on as well because stock height, stock ride sucks, and I don't want it. Coilovers are on. She's running fantastic, rides so much better on the coilovers than with the factory suspension, obviously. Honestly, the only thing that's left to do, you need to put it back up in the air and double check, all the bolts and everything. The exhaust is squeaking. I'm guessing 1 or 2 of the bolts is just not slightly quite tight enough, and it's moving around. Other than that, fantastic. 6-speed, so much better than the 5-speed. Which is partly why we put that motor and transmission in, other than, it's not leaking oil and the timing cover doesn't have a stripped out mount bolt. But she is good to go for now. We just need a new front bumper. This thing got the old motor put in, as you can kind of see right there, from that car, because it is puking oil from everywhere. Would need a timing cover to be rebuilt, new valve cover, gasket. I just don't feel like dealing with all that because I don't really care to have a spare motor laying around. Just don't. But now that she's on the ground, you can see all on this side. Can't really see it back there, but the wheel is centered in the wheel well. Have the camber where it was set to on the front here, about -2.5-ish degrees. Then you come over to this side where we hit, and that is substantially more than -2.5 degrees. Something is bent here in the front, obviously tore up the fender and everything, which whatever. Main damage, so that could be fixed. That's a knuckle or a control arm, something just got bent. Main damage though is here. And as you can see, massive gap in the front, 4 or 5 fingers, and then you come back here to the back and you got a 1-finger gap, and the wheel is up in the fender. We shifted this front like trailing arm, whatever, mounting point back and up. So being that that's frame damage, car is totaled, I'm gonna have pick and pull come and get it and just get it out of here because I don't want to ever have to look at it again with all that crap. So honestly, probably be a while before another video comes out because I don't really have anything to work on at this point. I mean, this is for the most part actually in pretty good condition. Obviously paint is horrible, no real exterior rust, but the floorboards, that's not unlocked right now, but the floorboards right down here are pretty well rusted out on both sides. I don't know if I'm going to fix it or not. I've got that one that I could cut the pieces out of that I need, cut it out of here and just weld it in, but we'll see. I don't know how much time and money I wanted to put into this one, because I think I spent a total of like $300, and most of that was on fluids to get this thing running, because I had the motor and transmission, had the suspension, everything. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be doing anytime soon. So that's going to be the end of this one. Have a good one. See you next time.